Hello, Earth signs. Last but not least, this is your reading for the week. It is Tuesday, the 11th of August. I'm starting with Taurus this week. Taurus has had some absolute crazy readings recently, and they have come up in the dice, which is why I started with Taurus, moving on to Capricorn and then Virgo. So on the dice, we have got the North Node in the 7th house. So the North Node, the point of destiny, the direction you're supposed to be moving in. Love that energy. The 7th house, relationships, justice, legal partnerships, and Taurus themselves. So it can speak of some stubbornness that might come through this week. Some reluctance, if you like, in terms of partnership or, you know, coming to an agreement or moving in the direction you're supposed to be moving in. But we will start with Taurus. Doesn't look as bad or as dramatic as previous weeks have been. We have got the Sea Beacon Fairy and we have got Pole. Guidance, but where will it lead? And a time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom here. I think someone is searching for some information online, basically. Someone is looking for guidance, for some direction, and it is in terms of possibly being depressed, or this is luminous doom that's come through here. It is an energy of self-pity, you know. It can be very self-destructive, and then he is self-pitying after the fact here. But this is someone who's is very much underwater, very hard to connect to, very hard to like lift out of their, you know, pessimistic state here. And I think they're looking for guidance. You maybe, or whoever you're connecting with, is looking for some sort of guidance here. But they're not sure who to trust, because obviously with the Sea Beacon Fairy, and I think, is this the third time it's been out now? We don't know where it's going to lead to, but I think it's something to do with online. I think someone is searching out something online. Now, it may be that someone just is, you know, feeling really low and doesn't really know what to do with themselves, doesn't know what direction to go in, and they want to try something new. With the Fawn card here, it's like looking for the perfect match. So honestly, this could be someone who's like dating online, and they're just looking for their natural partner. They're looking for some easier, lighter, more, you know, less deep connections even. I think someone just wants to have maybe a little bit of fun here. I think the issue I've got with it, I don't know, I sort of feel like someone's not addressing the real problem here. They're looking for something new, but it's almost to like provide a distraction from the main issue, and that is why they're here in the first place. So I've got a thinking man here. This could be your energy, who you're connecting with. It is a masculine energy to me. It's usually an air sign. It's someone who's very deep in thought here, and it's someone who is looking to take a risk. Now, the guidance he may be looking for may be in terms of education. The teacher did come out in reverse here. So maybe they're, like, you know, getting some help, or maybe seeing a therapist, for example, and it's not someone they're connecting with. It's not someone who's able to help them, and they're taking a risk and maybe trying something completely different here. But you know, they're struggling. This is someone who has maybe some sort of honesty card, and the impossible, basically. When the impossible is in reverse here, this is something that somebody can't fix this on their own, and they're seeking guidance to help them with whatever this problem is. But it is going to require honesty, and the honesty card is sometimes I often see it as some sort of confession. Not like of any wrongdoing necessarily, but it's someone who really wants to convey a message accurately and clearly, but it brings an enormous amount of emotion with it. And the fact that they feel that they might get overwhelmed emotionally is sort of preventing them doing it. So it might be someone who, you know, I don't know why, but I'm seeing like, you know, a kind of goodwill hunting type energy here. And I feel that this is someone who may have like social anxiety, so that when they get in a room like with a therapist or whoever, they become overwhelmed to the point that they're probably not able to take the information in, you know. I mean, it could be a child, obviously. So I think what they're looking for is some outlet online that will allow them to, in many ways, stay in their kind of safe zone, but be able to communicate in their own time at their own pace. You know, you're sat opposite someone, you having a conversation, you're not really able to listen if you're in a state of anxiety, because you're thinking about the next question you're going to be asked, or the question you need to ask, or what they're thinking of you in terms of your response. So you're not really, properly present. And that is really the vibe I'm getting from this. This is someone, a masculine energy, himself in reverse, that needs to find some sort of courage to open up about whatever it is they're dealing with here. They are looking over to the sun here, which is obviously a beautiful energy, and it's one of new prosperous beginnings and happiness and joy. And it's someone just, I don't think they know how to get there. She, the Cruach, so it could be in connection with a mother, or a pregnancy, or a child, or it's just a feminine energy. This is mother, nurturing, love energy. And with that comes the topsy-turvies. Someone just completely unravels. And I do think it's a kind of social anxiety thing. So we've got strength here, which is really lovely. It's a very protective energy, this. Obviously, either someone is protecting this person, or they're very protective of themselves. I really do think they're just trying to muster the courage to address whatever issue they're dealing with here. It is an enormous risk for them, because ultimately I think they feel they're going to unravel in some way. And the masculine himself is in reverse here. Now, when he's in reverse, it obviously just means someone's out their energy, but it's a wee bit more than that, because, oopsie, this is a very protective, fathering energy. So I've got the feminine here, the topsy-turvy energy, the mother, and now I've got the fathering energy on its head here. So someone may have issues that they need to discuss, which is in relation to their parents or their childhood here. But there's the problem with him being in reverse, because he's kind of not able to be honest. And it's not because he's being deceptive, it's because it is going to bring up so much emotion. It's just like someone who doesn't want to cry in public sort of thing, Let me just see. Oh, Star card. We're looking for healing. We're looking for new opportunities, a new beginning, a new way of doing things here. What is the honesty card? What needs to be said in the honesty card for Taurus? That someone's really sad. It's a King of Wands, so it could be a fire sign. That someone's missing someone, that someone has regrets, that someone feels left out, someone feels abandoned. And they don't know how to get themselves out of that emotion, out of that feeling. She, the Cruach with the topsy-turvies for Taurus. She, the Cruach with the topsy-turvies. Yeah. 2 and 2 in reverse here. So, it may be about a reunion, but I really just get that this is some sort of social interaction. The 2 of Pentacles being in reverse, this can be money worries. This can be poor investments, because he is a gambler. He may have taken a risk, so money could be an issue here. This can be someone who doesn't have the financial stability or acumen to leave something behind, to make decisions on their own. They maybe don't make good decisions here. They maybe rely on someone else to help them out. But there is a feeling that somebody's dropped the ball here, and it's to do with the fact they haven't taken certain actions. They haven't made the decisions that they would have liked to bring love into their life. Oh my gosh, look, you've got the 3 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Lovers. This is someone who really does want a love. They maybe want to reconnect with someone. They want marriage. They want new love in their life. They want to make good decisions in love. Maybe they've made a poor decision with the 5 of Cups here. Maybe they've left someone behind, or they've been left behind, but they're not over it. And the fact that they're still there means they have to try something differently. Himself. It's a stress. The 9 of Swords over a decision in love. It is in reverse, that's something. But this has been plagued. This is the three Furies that actually want to drive you mad. That's actually their purpose. Because he knows what he's done. He's made a horrible decision. Although he was between a rock and a hard place, but it's not. And now they, and he knew that the three Furies were going to hunt him down. They literally want to drive you to madness. That is their actual purpose here. So there's a decision I think has been made in the past here. Someone's been unfair, unkind, ungenerous. It's resulted in a failure, a breakup, maybe a loss of a family, and ultimately there's a masculine here who needs to try something different. Advice, Taurus, for the next 7 days. Advice, please, for this Taurus reading. Advice for Taurus. Yeah, so this is old patterning. And when the elder comes up here, this is recognizing the patterns within the patterns here and realizing that you create your own destiny. You know, this is basically the buck stops here. So there's some sort of like family pattern in here. They're probably repeating what their father's done or what their mother's done, or obviously I could be speaking to you. And it's about recognizing the patterns within the patterns and putting a stop to it, basically. That's really what it is. That is the only way to, like, you know, heal this situation, heal your family lineage. It's a very, very tough energy. And it may well be in connection with, you know, masculine energy. Your own father, their father, grandfather, whether they're here or not, there is there's something they're repeating here. Taurus, trust your instincts. Animal guarding. This would be about paying attention with the Father Sky again to animals that you see. I'm actually saying that somebody really needs some sort of protection. Nurturing, caring, guidance. They need guidance. They don't know where it's going to lead them because they don't trust, either they don't trust themselves or they've had an experience where, you know, their trust has been abused and now they're not really sure who to reach out to. Okay, I'm moving on to Capricorn. I hope you find that useful. Capricorn, this feels like pure 6th house, even though we're in the 7th house here. Aloha, healing, and fairy of the green world. Now, this is basically a week where it's suggesting that you reconnect with nature, you reconnect with your body, you know, you look after yourself physically. Yeah, maybe get some exercise, drink a lot of smoothies, you know, tidy up your diet, just have like a clean living week. But also one where you get out and about, when you get to the park and you get to the forest and the beach and you go for walks. Because I feel that somebody is just needing to ground and reconnect almost with your, you know, your intuition and your spirit here, because there's a lack of courage here coming through in terms of having a conversation, opening up, very similar. I mean, it is a really nice reading because you have got Penelope, Dreamweaver, and the World here. And Penelope is my inspiration fairy. She brings you your dreams and your visions, basically, but she inspires you with them. She's an incredibly healing energy, but she's also very uplifting. And with the World here, this is about expanding your horizons. It can be about, you know, global networking and getting online, that kind of thing. I'm really not feeling that. I'm actually feeling this is a week to self-care and to dream. Get back into like the 5D for a little bit. Maybe you've been, you know, very connected in the 3D and you maybe just need a little bit of a time out here, because that is going to bring in the healer of the ages with death in reverse. Now, I'd normally say with the death card in reverse, it's usually not being able to let something go. It's something that's, you know, run its course, come to a natural ending. But I'm actually feeling here that this is almost like springing back to life, you know, coming out of like a kind of dark, sludgy, unhealthy phase really into health and vitality. I think this is the 3rd time this has come up this week. And I mean, and that will come about with, you know, getting lots of sleep, dreaming, walking, cleaning up your diet. I really feel this is just a week of utter self-care. Now, there is a conversation that needs to be had here, and for some reason there's a lack of courage in having it. I'm not specifically clear what that is. I'm just going to clarify it. Somebody needs to get over their fear of speaking or talking. It might be something to do with a presentation. I noticed that the Friends was at the base of the deck here, and that just speaks to me that there's support here. There's support and help around you this week. Show me why the courage is in reverse for Archangel Gabriel. Why is courage in reverse for Capricorn? Why is courage in reverse for Capricorn this week with the 5th chakra? Oh, way too many. Why is courage in reverse for Capricorn? It's the Queen of Swords, Judgment, Empress in reverse. And Queen of Swords usually doesn't have an issue in terms of how she communicates. She is the communicator. I think someone's nervous about telling someone that they've made a final decision on something. And it is in connection with the mother, the Empress in reverse. Now, this can be to do with fertility issues or health issues, hormone, eating disorders. Why is the Empress in reverse? Why is the Empress in reverse? The conversation that needs to be had here. Why is the Empress in reverse? This is literally just talking about somebody who's been stuck at home. And, not feeling great. Feeling a bit sad. I mean, this can be your own mother, and you do a great deal for her, Maybe she's someone who doesn't need cared for. Maybe doesn't have, the mobility that they used to have, that sort of thing. And someone's kind of racking their brains here in terms of coming up with a solution, but they're almost afraid to say what the final decision is, what they think the solution is, because maybe they think it won't be well received. What is the judgment that's been made for the Queen of Swords? The Queen of Swords is basically saying that there's something that can't be fixed here. It's 3 times, I think that's come out now, that this is something that can't be fixed, and either it can't go to the next level, they can't go with you, you can't go with them, but someone wants to move on to a new phase of life here. Someone wants to go through the gate and feels that there's something that cannot be fixed. I mean, this can be a connection between, a Queen of Swords and their own mother. Someone's afraid to have the conversation. Yeah, somebody wants to break free of bondage, of being trapped. I mean, this can be any sort of addictions or, bad behaviour. Not bad behaviour. Just things they do that are not very good for us. But she's also my healer, my social worker, my carer. So maybe someone wants to get someone in to help with their care for their mother, care for a feminine energy. Not to break free. What can't be fixed here with the Book in reverse? Why is the Book in reverse? The Book is the shapeshifter, yeah? So this is someone who, can change in an instant. You never really know what you're getting with the Book in reverse. It can be quite deceitful energy sometimes, you know. They can be like a master of illusion. They wear a lot of guises, a lot of different faces here. What can't be fixed with the Puck in reverse? Show me the Puck in reverse. 5 of Cups, future energy. Someone may have already left here. Oh, sorry, the 8 of Cups, beg your pardon, yeah. I think somebody wants to leave someone behind. Or they just don't want to care for them anymore. It can't be fixed. But for whatever reason, they're afraid to say it. Why is there a lack of courage in saying this? What do they expect the response to be? Pain. Someone may need forgiveness here. May need to apologise. They're afraid to say it in case it creates ructions or pain. Let's just take some advice, Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn. Medicine Mother. Right, so you've got Aloha Healing, which speaks all about, you know, your own physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, taking care of yourself. Fairy of the Green World, Natural World leads you. Now you've got the World, the Healer, and the 5th chakra. So there's something to do with health this week for Capricorn. And somebody may need a doctor, may need to look at, you know, getting help in terms of caring for themselves or caring from someone else. And this Medicine Mother is also about Mother knows best. The mother's on her head here. There may really be somebody who actually wants to put their mother into some sort of nursing care. Either get someone into the house or actually put them into a nursing home of some sort. Because somebody's really struggling with this. But they feel that if they were to say that, then it looks like they're shirking their responsibility, and, you know, the response is going to be very, very painful. Advice for Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn. Protection, Guardian. Drop your shield. Yeah, well, you know, surround yourself with protective energy, and the Protection Guardian speaks that there is like, there's a need for that. I don't know if it's that someone can be like volatile. You know, 1 minute they're okay, next minute they're off in one. I think somebody needs to take some time to think about this. I think that's why Penelope's here. Is it like, you know, create a vision in your mind as to how to heal this, how to, you know, correct it, how to move forward with it. And then someone really does need to follow through and keep themselves protected. Okay, and on to Virgo. Virgo, you have got a strange Valentine and the 2 kittens. Love is strange and you must choose. So basically you might have a choice in love this week. I'm feeling that there might be somebody coming back around here for you, Virgo. You have got the feline, which is someone who's usually a bit pissed off, very sickly, very critical, easily offended. I mean, with the strange Valentine, it's kind of saying don't judge a book by the cover here. I think you're waiting on more information, and if that has been a strategy for you, it's one that will ultimately be successful here. Because I see that you're going to take some sort of risk this week, but, you know, moving out of your comfort zone. Either that's you or that's who you're connecting with here. Somebody is going to be a little bit more playful, maybe, you know, and take some sort of risk. And that in some way results in some sort of victory, but it feels like really, it feels like a bizarre victory. Do you know that way? I mean, as much as there's a strategy here, the strategy here for someone is to wait for the truth, because that has been the plan. If that has been your plan, to wait on somebody presenting the truth, to wait for somebody to possibly slip up in a drunken stupor and blurt out the truth, that is ultimately going to bring some sort of victory here. There's some sort of achievement here involved in taking a risk and having been patient, because Geo just waits, and he's waiting on the truth, he's waiting on the illumination, he's waiting on someone to carry through with maybe what they said they would, or maybe you've had a plan and it has been that you're going to carry it through. You're going to see this to the end, utterly determined. So I don't know specifically what's happening. The must choose is a very difficult card, because the two options are usually very, very similar, but it is something to do with love here. Let's have a wee look. Tell me about the choice. Tell me about the choice for Virgo. A strange Valentine choice for Virgo. Tell me about the choice for Virgo. So you've got the Hermit. So you may be dealing with the Virgo or a Taurus, so these could both be your energy here. Someone is looking at a broken commitment here, and I do get this feeling that somebody might be coming back around with the feline, because the feline is loose endings, unfinished business that somebody's not happy about. So this could be somebody from your past, somebody you've already, broken up with. Or someone has retreated, gone into, hermit mode. Gone into hermit mode. Why? Because there's been an ending, or possibly a betrayal here. The Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse for Virgo. Hierophant in reverse, please. High Priestess reverse, Page of Cups reverse, Two of Cups reverse. So there's been a breakup here in the past that somebody really did not see coming. There's probably been no apology, and I think somebody has left you confused with no answers. They may have literally ghosted you here with the Hermit. Ghosted you, and that was obviously a betrayal. And I don't know if they're coming back round here. Let's have a look at who Mickle is. Mickle. It is, there's the Hermit. Seven of Pentacles. So now they maybe want to make a bit of an offer for you. This is someone who's been away, gone into hiding, betrayed you, and now they're back. Now the Seven of Pentacles is usually a difficult work decision, so I don't know if they've got like a job offer for you. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles for Virgo, please. Seven of Pentacles for Virgo. Joyfulness. I mean, that is Mickle. He just wants to play. So somebody is coming back from nowhere, and now just wants to go out and, play. Hell, frivolity. I mean, I don't know if that's appropriate or not, or this is somebody completely new. So maybe, yes, this is someone from the past. This is someone from the past who has probably ghosted you, who's gone into hiding, has retreated. They've left you with like a strange feeling, loose ends. You don't really know what's happening, and now they're coming back here. And either you're taking a chance in terms of moving out of your comfort zone here and engaging with them again, having fun times again, or that's what they're attempting to achieve here. So why have we got a victory with all that gnome? All that gnome and victory. All that gnome, who's he? Some sort of consolation prize here. All that gnome. This is someone from the past, so I think it's the same person here. The Six of Cups reversed and the Three of Wands upright. Three of Wands is getting some sort of recognition, and that is what the victory is. So I don't know if it's just the fact that you've waited for the truth. Your strategy has just been to do nothing with Geo the Slow and just wait until they turn up with the truth. And here they come. Now, it may well be that the victory is that they do come back around. What you choose to do with that is up, is a different matter. You do have a choice, but there is a victory here. Show me what this the strategy with he of the fiery sword was. The strategy. This could be their strategy, not yours. The strategy is to make somebody compete. Now, this may be someone who's, try to triangulate you. Spice things up a bit, get your juices flowing, make you fight for them, chase me, something like that. Or that could be yours. And doing nothing and just waiting until they turn up and then making them fight for you. Making them compete. Strategy with the Ace of the Fiery Sword strategy. King of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords. This is a bully boy. This is someone who's playing mind games. King of Cups in reverse. Show me the King of Swords reverse for Virgo. Not really ready. He's a poet. Oh. King of Swords reversed. He's a miser. And now he's come in to mediate. Wants to negotiate. There is something about money with the Seven of Pentacles here. I really do think there is. So I don't know if that's like part of the strategy, but this is somebody who hoards money. Hoards the emotion, doesn't open up, obsessive fear of losing their wealth. He's pessimistic. He's depressive. So this might be who's coming back around, or this may be who has had this kind of strategy. So let me see. What will Virgo choose? What will Virgo choose? Choose life. I'm seeing train spotting. So going to post that. Such a great scene. What will Virgo choose? You're going to choose the Five of Cups. You're going to choose to abandon them. To not get involved in them again, possibly. Choose. Not going to fight for this. Not going to persevere. What will Virgo choose? Nope. Nope. Virgo says no. Because there's pain here. There's the Three of Swords with the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse with the King of Swords reverse. This is narcissistic energy, basically. This is someone who is controlling, domineering, pissed off. And interestingly, in this Three of Swords, this is Agamemnon returning from the Battle of Troy here. Even though it's been prophesied that he will be getting, killed off by his wife and her lover, he still returns because he's arrogant. Take you some advice, Virgo. There is some sort of consolation, and it may just be the fact that they turn up and try and hoover you, or, I don't know, give you the truth. The truth seems to come out through alcohol, with all that known. He's usually a bit drunken. He's like your drunk phone call. Advice for Virgo. Advice for Virgo. Oh well, Virgo, you've been told to hold the space. Hold the space for Virgo. Right, so I've got the White Witch and the Great Teacher. So there's a spiritual experience or a spiritual lesson here in whatever this connection is. And the White Witch is be the light. Now that normally means there's some sort of negative energy being directed at you here. So you have to stay in the light, not get consumed by the dark, not go into angry or vengeful mode, because there is a lesson you've learned from it, and it's probably a really useful one that will help you for the now and for the future, and certainly help you in terms of how to manage this when they come back around. I just think there's going to be money involved in it for some reason. Yeah, your Dawn one is going to mediate, wants to negotiate. Okay, that's your reading, guys. Let me know if it resonates. Have a super week, and tomorrow I can get started in the monthlies. Yay! Bye.